Hey everyone, I'm Andrea and today I'm going to be talking to you about something I get asked about a lot. My hair, and more importantly what dye I use, how I dye my hair, because everybody seems quite surprised that I do my hair myself. So to get magenta colored hair like me, I'll show you what I did yesterday night. I'm using Special Effects Semi-Permanent Intense Hair Color. This color is Virgin Rose, which is kind of a deep magenta. So I get a plastic bowl. This is just a regular disposable plastic bowl. I sort of just shake the bottle and I squeeze out like an amount that I would want. So I don't start off with too much because this is really intense. So you don't really need that much. I always end up with too much and I have to, either like throw it away or find some way to store it. So I'm just gonna start with this amount. And because this color is very intense, I'm gonna add a bit of hair conditioner. The one that I'm using is just this Herbal Essence Smooth and Weighty Conditioner. Just gonna put a bit in, maybe like half the amount. Just eyeball it. Or maybe. The reason I put conditioner in is because this hair color is very intense and it will just, when you first put it, if you just put it straight onto your hair, right, it will look very, very dark. So you won't get the bright color immediately. You'll have to like wait a few days and wash your hair a few times before you get the color. See, as you can see, right, when I mix it, it's much brighter now. Rather than just now, it's like quite a dark color. So this is basically the color that it will kind of turn out when it goes onto my hair. Alright, so I think I'm quite happy with this amount. I always have some tissue paper handy to wipe my hands if I ever get it on. As you can see, my hair is horribly faded. And I think the last time I colored it was like more than a month ago. The reason why it has like different colors is one, because I dyed it a few different shades the last time, and certain parts of my hair has been bleached in uneven intensity. Because last time I used to have only like streaks, and then after that I decided to do this whole area, bleach the whole area instead of just like certain streaks of it. This is the dye that I mixed just now. I mean, it's just the Special Effects Virgin Rose and some conditioner to kind of sort of dilute the color. So I'm just going to apply it directly to my head. This is really easy. It's basically like colored conditioner. So with this brush that I think it's called a tint brush. I kind of start out just brushing it on my hair. Whatever's on, just brush it first. Then I comb through. Get a bit more. Not too much, otherwise it would like drop everywhere. Ooh, see? Forehead. That's why you need to have tissue paper handy in case. So I sort of comb it, and then after you comb it, it kind of gets collected at the edge. Then I just spread it on, and then comb and spread. My roots are quite grown up, but I don't know, it doesn't really bother me. I've been using Special Effects dyes for maybe about more than 2 years. I really like it. I like all their colours, their pigmentation, and from what I haven't tried the other brands, but from what I've read, this is one of the more lasting ones. And it's, I think, like vegan or something. The lightest parts of my hair have been bleached to about light blonde, and so the other parts are like kind of darker orangey blonde. So like the part where it goes over would kind of determine the color that it will end up being. So what the base would kind of affect the end product of the color. And it kind of doesn't stick on unbleached hair at all. So you definitely need to bleach your hair before using this product. If your hair is not bleached, it won't work. I don't know about people with like naturally blonde hair and all. I haven't tried it on anybody with that kind of colouring. I just work it through all the strands to make sure they're all evenly covered. For the end part, what I like to do, I put on a glove on my left hand and use it to hold this part and the other hand with the dye. Look, me one hand. The good thing about this dye and the fact that I mix it with conditioner means it kind of, every time I dye it, it kind of like treats my hair. So my hair looks like it's in way better condition after I dye it. If you have really dark brown Asian hair, you might need about at least 2 bleachings. Like, you shouldn't get it bleached to blonde at one go because it really takes a toll on your hair. So get it bleached like to a dark blonde and then wait say a day or 2 and then go back and get it bleached again. It's a bit a pain in the ass because you look very strange in between. You get this like orangey colour, like a rust orange, not like a cool orange. Now that I have all the hair on the side sort of covered, I'm gonna slowly flip them over and comb them through with a bit more dye. So I take the pointed end, I'm gonna just separate. You don't want to get the dye on your scalp because then you'll end up with coloured scalp, which is really not pretty. Okay, so the dye is kind of drying on my hair, so I'm just going to take a bit of water and just spray it with water. So I've pretty much used up all the dye. Look at the bowl. Okay, so basically the dyeing part is done. Now it's just to wait. I'll just let it sit for maybe about an hour or so. I heard some people leave it overnight. I don't know, it seems extremely messy to me, and I'm afraid that I'll just like wake up with like colour just all over my face because the hair just rubbed everything and all over my bed, so I've never tried that before. The end result would be this after you wash your hair out and let it dry. I mean, you can blow dry it if you want to see the colour immediately. So just a couple more tips for you guys. If you're thinking of dyeing your hair and this is your first time, definitely go to the salon to bleach it first. It is worth it. It's worth going to the salon to bleach your hair because you don't want unevenly bleached parts and you don't want to fry your own hair, because once your hair is fried, the colour doesn't really get absorbed into the strands of hair, so it kind of defeats the purpose. When you wash the dye out of your hair, make sure you use cold water because hot water opens the individual like follicles in your hair, and so the dye will kind of get washed out faster. Another thing to note is, definitely avoid swimming pools, going to the sea, that kind of thing, because that automatically strips your colour. I mean, it's not that everything disappears, but it gets stripped quite fast. So for the next time around, I think I'll show you how I bleach my hair, how I touch up my roots, that kind of thing. So in the meantime, do leave a comment. Maybe tell me what else you would like to see. You know, what colors or anything, just any random questions, just leave it below and I'll try to answer you guys. Also, please subscribe to our videos and check out our blog. Bye!